Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the D&E GT Series Round 4 action at Sardegna Road Track A. 17 lap sprint race here, reverse grid from race 1, so Dynamite, Banana, Candy, Roscoe and VK. Round out the grid at the front. You do have Ridwan, our championship leader, in for this race, so he will be able to take part and see if he can do anything about clawing some points back off the likes of Smeg, who won the first race. We are underway for race 2. Dynamite and Banana Cake Pie leading from the front row. Looks like Kane and Roscoe a little bit slower behind, so these two will have a clear run into turn 1. Can Banana sneak around the outside, a straight line speed of the WRX. Oh, he's just about to hang on his Dynamite down the inside. Looks like Kane's going to have a look at Roscoe, but Roscoe has managed to hold around the outside, so fairly tidy again, which is good to see. Roscoe and P4, BK and KD looking right there
in
as
the
well.
grass there a bit. From Roscoe Armours, KD puts the bumper to him. Gonna get the move done. Going to require some cooperation there from both the drivers. Yes, they do. Get the move done eventually. Good stuff.
Very, very nice there.
Yeah. It's Banana Cake Pie getting a run on Lunacy. Well, no, Dynamite, sorry. I'll get the right WRX eventually.
There you go, so Dynamite does lead away halfway through the first lap, so BK and KD. BK's gone through P4. Tex has already made up a lot of positions into P6, so he's had a mega start. Roscoe, Jamo in P7 and 8 just behind, Lunacy just behind them as well. KD's going to make a sharp move to the inside on BK here. He's going to send it on the brakes, he's going to go far too deep. Oh, and Kane's gone deep as well separately, and this is an absolute cluster of a pack, oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh, sort each other out please, come on. This is really, really difficult to go side by side through this S section here, and looks like we've just saw each other out. Oh, that could have been an absolute disaster. Oh, lap 1 action, gotta love it. Looks like Jamo's gonna have a look down the inside of BK. And he's got it done. There you go, Jamo, great move there. Roscoe is a bit wide, getting pushed through by Stingray, making up positions from the back as well. But that was a much more chaotic lap 1 than the last one.
Sure was.
Wow.
That's what the reverse
Josh wide.
Banana Josh.
Oh, he's managed to avoid damage somehow, but he's lost an awful lot of time on the run. Looks like Tim and his teammate Ridwan's going to get him now. Lunacy's lost a bit of time as well somewhere as well, but that could have been an absolute disaster for Banana Josh there. I don't know how he's managed to keep that from getting damage. Wow. Oh, what a crazy lap 1.
That's great. That's what reverse grids do. They just bring out a bit more excitement. Some guys are not so used to being up the back and racing in a pack. Some guys are just not used to running up front. That's what it's designed to do, spice things up. Yeah, championship leader Ridwan's going to be one of those guys. Missing race 1 will be quite frustrated. He'll be driving with a bit of passion, I think, to get back up towards the front. Currently in P11. Roscoe just runs it a little bit wide. Sorry to cut you off there, but...
No, that's all right there. He's just ahead of him with Ridwan there. So Team Boss there in reserve. He's got Lunacy just ahead of him as well. So they're going to have to sort each other out a little bit there. So Roscoe's going to get a nice run here. Ridwan might get another run as well. Are they? Oh, I don't know how they're going to sort this out. Ridwan's going to try and go between them, which is very enthusiastic. Can't quite get the stuff there. But Roscoe racing with the big boys here. Championship defender as well as championship leader for this season. He's going to hang on. There you go.
Yeah, Ridwan's got to be careful here that he just races it, still races these guys.
Oh, in the wall. Roscoe.
I've sort of put the commentator's curse on him there, but he's going to race these guys still with a lot of respect. He's got everyone knows he's got a lot of pace. Tim and
there's chaos at the back there, and they've all again managed to avoid damage. There you go. What are these cars made of? Absolutely crazy.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see. This is very tight amongst all these drivers here, so...
Yeah, I'm going to quickly look up the front here because Banana Cake Pie is leading from Dynamite here, so these two looking like they've absolutely gapped the field. Tex has done a fantastic job to get back up to P3 already after only 2 laps, already up into the top 3 after finishing, I think it was 4th last race. So coming from 12th to 3rd in 2 laps for Tex, Season 1 champion. He's shown his quality here again, so well done for him here. Just behind looks like BK and KD still under a bit of a scuffle. We're 3 wide just about. Stingray and Candy Cane just behind. So there's some real action here. Sprint race. Looks like pushing is the way to go. Pushing as hard as you can, racing wheel to wheel, getting the most with the limited time that you have. I mean, 17 laps is still a fairly long time, but I mean, I guess they're taking sprint quite literally here.
We've also got to just keep going.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, Stingray, I think managed to sneak around KD and he's snapping at BK, so a couple of overtakes in the corner there.
Oh, would have been real ugly there.
And looks like he's got it. Yep. Stingray to P5, so both these PRD drivers making up a lot of positions. 12th and 13th to 3rd and 5th in 2.5 laps. Really impressive.
Oh, Stingray just runs a little bit wide there. I don't think there's a single car out there who hasn't ran wide as BK. Can he get the boost?
Oh!
Stingray gets on the power just a little bit too early, and now this will open up the door for KD to push BK.
Oh, on the side.
KD can even get a run on the both of them, pick up a couple of positions here.
Looks like KD's going to bump BK through, he's going to sneak through, and he's got him. So KD's got him Stingray. Oh, this is crazy.
It's old school tandem style.
It's cars flying everywhere. Oh wow, what a crazy start. Stingray's going to split off P7 again after being 90 degrees about 30 seconds ago. And how you managed to save that. He's going to sneak through again on KD though, by the looks of things. But KD's not going to let him go easy, I don't think. And
now,
as we saw behind.
As we saw in the previous race, you could just about stretch a tank of fuel out to about 12 or 13 laps, depending on who you are. So there's a 5 lap minimum on the medium. So theoretically, you could pit on lap 5 and just get your softs on, but you might just want to split this race in half as Stingray gets KD back. 2.5 lap as Ridwan's now going to have a little bit right under the rear wing of that Aston Martin. Can he get out on the brake? Get him under braking. Oh, he's blocking KD.
I think KD's trying to get a run on BK as well, so these guys are all crazy. They're going 3 wide. Oh, BK's going to hold on just. Oh, there's more contact.
There's contact.
KD and Ridwan there. I think KD got a little bit of tap in the traction zone.
Kane's just ran wide, got damage there, I think. No, he hasn't. He just lost a lot of momentum.
Jeez, these guys are getting very lucky to not pick up damage. There's been so much chaos. So much side to side rubbing, so much wall kissing. But they've all managed to get away with it, which is good. I think it's good. Very, very good they're not picking up damage yet.
Oh, that's
there we go. That's damage.
Smack the fence hard, and he's gonna have to deal with that for another lap.
That's a big hit for Roscoe there.
He might just.
Yeah, he has to stay on the track there. That's going to let Lucy through him. Probably no Smeg's not quite close enough yet. And he's picked up a penalty for the choppers too.
He's picked up a penalty. I think that's the first penalty I've seen all week, all race. Well, both the races actually, for that matter.
Yeah, there's not many corners to cut here. He's actually managed to make an overtake while serving that penalty, so there you go.
Well, how about that?
Fancy that. There you go, so Lucy now back behind in P13. So Roscoe's doing a good enough job to hang on here. It looks like Smeg and Tim are going to try and gang up on Joshy just ahead here as well. Joshy trying to hang on the medium tyres. Lucy and Tim following. Not Lucy, sorry. Smeg and Tim following through. Lucy just behind again. But what a chaotic start to the race here. I have to quick look up the top here because these two are still side by side. Been keeping an eye on this little battle as well. They're still pushing each other through. They've got a couple of seconds on curving Texas P3. Jamo still hanging on to P4 as well, which is pretty good for him. Before Stingray, BK and Ridwan side by side. And BK is going to push through on Stingray. I think he's just missed his braking point there. A little bit questionable perhaps there, but I'm sure BK is not going to complain.
I'm sure he will.
Stingray, I'm sure, is going to want to get back as soon as he can. Ridwan's done pretty well to get clear of that crazy pack just behind. You can see there, get himself onto this next group. P7 for him. He's going to want a lot more than that, I'm sure, though, leading the championship as BK and Stingray both getting a bit squirrely in the power again. So you can see how hard these guys are pushing. Pretty much everyone's on the medium tyres, I think. So as Ridwan snuck through on the inside, so getting a really good run out of there.
Ooh. And they're straight in the lane.
Oh, that looks funny, doesn't it? When they're just straight line towards the wall, but they're in.
Yeah, that's makes for interesting viewing. So they are going to do a long stint on the softs here, but it is possible.
Yeah.
Just maybe a little bit of fuel saving required here, but they can still get to the end. So it's the earliest you can come in and get to the end, plus clearing your time minimum, because you'd have to assume that a lot of drivers have started on the mediums, except for Banana Cake Pie, it seems.
Yep. It's probably not the worst strat. Actually, far from the worst strap. If you're up top, you may as well start with soft tyres and get that gap. We've seen Bernard do it a couple of times. I think of Brands Hatch last season, where he started on the softs and just made a massive gap and no one could catch him because of that gap. Dynamite's done a similar thing. He's on softs as well. Tex is on mediums, so that might explain that little gap a little bit there. But yeah, these guys make the most of their tyres. You saw last race, Joshy did 14 laps in the soft tyres, so we know that the softs will last. So it's just a matter of when these guys choose to pit. I think Banana and Dynamite will be the last ones to pit. They might come in around lap 11, 12. Might expect to see the likes of Tex in soon though.
They'll want the fewest amount of laps possible on a set of mediums here, whereas Curving, he might.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in this lap and try and get an undercut in those top two, because as soon as he pits, he's going to be quicker for the rest of the race. So Tex is actually in for a pretty good shout of a win here, and you know what, Gemmo's in those mediums too. He's going to be close. Stingray's managed to get a bit of a gap on Tim and the Smeg, who's going sub us up Josh here. But Tex is in a really strong position here, and I think he's going to be one to watch.
Now is the Smeg race 1 winner. Can he get a run? Banana Josh falls into the pits.
Yep.
To get off his mediums.
Looks like Tex stayed out, so he'll do one more lap. Gemmo's also still out there. Stinger after P5. So I'll have to see when all these guys pit. 10 laps in the softs might be the way to go. You won't want the 2-2-1 at the end, I guess, but you've got to make most of them while they do have grip.
Absolutely there. So, big critical here for Curving. If he can just keep the 2 leaders in check, just if you can see him out the front of his windscreen, well, yeah, he can easily see the 2 of them. So, he is very well set up here for a podium, if not a victory.
Yeah, he's put himself in a good position, got some really nice clean air ahead of all that crazy battling behind him, so Tex is looking very, very good. I think Stingray, he's going to start to catch these guys as well. He's now clear of that little pack, looks like it's spread a tiny bit. Tim and Smeg also now having a bit of clear air after a lot of that pack did pit, so be interesting to see where they all come out relative to each other. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Tex pit this up. I think if he wants to challenge for the win and get those softs or make the most of them, he's going to have to pit this lap. 10 laps is doable.
He will also want to try and factor in what's the earliest lap he can hit without having to fuel save as much, and I think he's
now's the time.
Pulled the pin now.
That's a good call, I think. What does Gemmo and Stingray do? Gemmo stays out, Stingray is also going to pit. And Tim stays out, Smeg stays out. So some of these guys are going to stretch a little bit longer. But I think Tex and Stingray, it's the right move for them to pit now. They should be able to fuel up to the end and just gun it.
Yeah, you don't want to stay in the pit lane for too long, but anyway, back to the front. Banana Cake Pie is defending real hard from Dynamite here, but Dynamite just can't seem to get close enough to make a pass, but he's right under his rear wing as I say that, so... Yeah,
this is a genuine battle. Banana Cake Pie is genuinely defending here. He's missed that apex by a long way there. It's Banana Cake Pie, maybe a tiny bit of a push from Dynamite there, but they're going to be side by side up the hill. But does Dynamite have the legs to stick it? I don't know if he quite does, but if he is close enough, he can hold it on the brakes. It looks like he's close enough. Can he get it done on the brakes down the inside for the lead? He's going to do it.
Good stuff from Dynamite, so he takes the lead of the race for Kennedy Motorsport off. Banana Cake Pie is led from pretty much the word go here, so he's done well to just hold him off for now, but can he strike back? As we know, WRX, its one weakness is straight line speed.
Yep.
And the Lexus isn't that much of a slouch in a straight line, so as he...
Dynamite's deep.
Dynamite! Big mistake, big mistake!
Massive, absolutely massive. Now leading onto the straight. Banana might have made the move into turn 1, but I mean, his move's been given to him now. Dynamite might get a run back on him.
And
Banana
Cake Pie he's pulled the pin. So
how
enough's
bad
enough for
his
him.
tyres? His tyres aren't too bad, but he obviously thinks he's going to start losing time on him. Possibly not wanting to defend from Dynamite too much here. So maybe not the worst decision there. Gemmo and Tim in, and the Smeg on mediums too, so they're going to do 9 laps on their soft tyres. Dynamite stays out again, so he's going to do another lap at least. He's got plenty of fuel in the tank, so he's got some flexibility.
I think that WRX can run on the smell of an oily rag, as we know. The thing is very good, very economical on fuel, so he can stretch it out as much as he wants.
I'm just looking at this gap here. So Tex hasn't closed too much on Banana Cake Pie. However, he will be on the softer tyres. Banana on those medium tyres will struggle a little bit, and I don't think I think if Tex is in with a chance for a win, I don't think Bernard's going to fight him too much. That might just depend on where everyone else ends up. Katie and BK here going at it again. Just like race 1, this is like a real spicy battle. Katie leading BK for P5 at the moment. BK is going to try and get a bit of a switchback move here, possibly trying to get that WRX turned in as much as he can. Aston's probably one of the worst cars for turn-in on this grid, and the Subaru the best. However, in the traction zone and down the straights, the Aston Martin is very, very strong. So I think it's just a matter of when these guys can use the strengths of their cars to really get a good run. BK is going to tuck in up the hill here. If he can get close enough, just like with Dynamite, he might be able to throw it down the inside.
I don't think he's going to get quite close enough here. BK, he's right behind him. He's just yeah, no, not close enough.
Oh, Katie's a bit wide there though.
But he still kept the rolling speed up there, so he'll still be able to hang on to BK pretty well, unless BK's just gotten a god-tier run. But KD's putting his car in the right places here. The BK can't get through.
Yep, Katie's doing very well.
Don't run wide, but BK, he's got to run. He's shown the nose, and he's... KD holds on. He's not giving his position up without a fight here, so... Horsepower shootout. Here we go. Or last corner here. Can you go side by side? Somehow they have.
Yeah, this is a great little battle here. Still side by side. BK's going to have to slot in though. That Aston Martin pulling away down the straight. A fantastic little fight for these guys here. Really good to watch. See Tim there right behind. Oh, a little bit of moving under brakes there from the pair of them. But I'm sure they're happy with that. Good friends. That's all right. We'll see what they go.
Yeah. He's got no, just not close enough.
You see, BK's turning that car on a lot earlier than KD, trying to maximise that midpoint speed, which is where the WRX is strong. But KD is putting his car in a really good spot on the defence, so it's up to BK, I think, to get a run. Tim, he's really close this pack though. See how much he's gained in the last lap and a half.
He has. This is quickly turning into a. Well, it's become a 3-car battle. This could easily become a 5-car battle for P5.
Yep. Potentially P3, depending on when Dynamite and Roscoe pit.
Well, he's
around the outside. That's not an easy move. And he might be able to have the car strength to hang on through this S section as well, where the WRX is strong. They're still side by side. Oh, when BK's just going to sneak through there. There you go, hard racing. But BK's ahead in P5. Can you hold it down the straight though? Yeah. Oh, Tim's right there too. Tim had a bit of a look there. Stingray's going to look around the outside of Tim as well. So these guys fighting hard. Look at this.
Also, coming to the pit. Sorry to interrupt there. So the race leader's in line.
Yeah, he might come out pretty close to these guys. Probably just behind. We won't have to put as much fuel on it, I don't think. But Stingray and Tim side by side. Joshy's going to get a run as well. And it's going to be 3 wide. We are definitely going 3 wide. Stingray's going to back out, I think, just. And Josh is going to try for a double move, and he's going to make it stick actually. So great move there from Josh, getting the run out of the last traction zone. But it's not quite done yet. Stingray, I'm sure, is going to want to try and sneak past again, but this is a great little scuffle here again. Just behind this BK and KD battle. And Stingray's going to go down the inside. That is a send and a half. And he's going to get it stopped. There you go.
Wow.
And Josh is going to lose out to Tim as well. So Stingray really brave on the brakes there. In a really difficult traction zone and curbing braking zone there. So he's done well. He's done very, very well as a Stingray.
Good bit of racing there. Both of them. But no, Josh just losing out a bit there, but that's racing in the end now. Can Stingray close in on BK and KD and try and get in some top 5?
Yeah, he's not quite close enough yet. BK not close enough to KD to have a move, have a look at a move yet either. So possibly another couple of laps of getting your head down and getting as close as you possibly can before really launching an attack. Might have a quick look up here though, because Turbing Texas has just gotten by Banana. I think a bit of team orders there perhaps. And Roscoe's probably going to get overtaken by a pair of them as well. Roscoe hasn't pit yet. He's still got that damage as well.
Still running around. Sorry for that yawn there, but he's still running around. That front end damage, and you would expect that he is in now. I'm surprised he's lasted that long on that bit of right front damage, but fair play to him.
Maybe a little bit unfamiliar with the strat at play, but he's done well to hang on. as you mentioned. So now Tex and Banana are 2 and 3, and with Dynamite still to pit, this could potentially be 1 and 2. So can they do 2 better than last race, the 2 Lexus cars? I don't think Dynamite's pit yet. Oh no, he has. He has. There you go.
It's just he's on the medium zone, Kervig's on the soft, so he will be coming like a bat out of hell here, so...
That's my mistake there then. So yeah, that's right, Dynamite, Banana Cake Pie, weren't they? The 2 of them on soft tyres at the start. So yes, Dynamite has pit, my mistake there. So now it's a matter of whether Tex can catch him, whether Banana Cake Pie can stick behind Tex and catch him as well. So Dynamite's got a big jump on Banana, probably mostly due to that fuel difference, I think. But now it's up to Tex to make those inroads. So Dynamite, yes, P1 genuinely has done very well. KD and BK a P4 and 5. However, they've got a big tasty pack behind them who are going to want to make some inroads. First of which is Stingray around the outside. Can he get it stuck? I think he might actually.
Yeah, I think he had.
Oh, it's going to be close. BK's probably just slightly ahead, but he's probably going to have to concede a bit. Yeah, Stingray on the inside there. We'll be able to hold on to that. Oh, so they're all run wide. Almost all of them. BK doesn't know he's going to look to get that move back down the inside of the second to last corner. A bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. Nothing too untowards, I don't think. As was that the Smeg who's nearly just clouted the wall there? I think he's just avoided it. That was a bit of
no damage there for the Smeg, so I think
he'll lose that to Josh though. That could have been disaster for the Smeg.
That could have been real bad.
These guys are all in one big train here. They're going to be 3 wide again. How many times we've seen this in a turn 1? Absolutely crazy scenes. Tim might get squeezed on the outside. Yep, Stingray's going to try and hold it around BK, and I think he is. If he keeps it on the track, which he does, and he's through. So Stingray back into P5. And KD's going to be enjoying this now. Having a little bit of clear air and a big fight behind him. Herb Stingray, I'm sure, is going to want to close back up as soon as he possibly can. Smeg's back through on Joshy there down the straight as well, just behind. So plenty of fighting happening here.
Smeg just dropped a little dirt there back. Yeah, battling Banana Josh. It's BK and Tim, can they go side by side through here? That's a great bit of respect for both men there. Just giving each other room now. Horsepower shootout here. Tim in the Aston, BK in the WRX, he'll tuck under, try and get the toe. If he's close enough, he'll send it. He is close enough. Oh yeah, he does, just uses his door. Cuts him out wide, feeds him a bit of grass. BK gets the position up into position number 6.
Yep, great racing there. Really hard. Still relatively fair, I think, so that's alright. So they're going to all go wide again. They love that bit of grass, don't they?
They do. They seem to forget there's actually some tarmac there.
Yep, really difficult corner that. We haven't really mentioned it too much, but that S section is pretty much flat. Whoa, who was that?
Smeg again.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was just going to say that S section up there, pretty much flat until the last bit. It actually gets really slow and tight on that last bit, so you'd assume you can go flat through it like you can at most S sections at most tracks, but you really have to check up there.
Really well.
Yeah, the outside wall is really dangerous, can be quite sticky as well. But looks like BK and Smeg side by side now, and Smeg, a bit deep in the brake, so Smeg is really pushing here. Not quite in the rhythm yet. BK didn't quite be able to get a move on Tim. Tim ahead in P6. Smeg might be the next one to have a look at BK. With that Aston Martin straight line speed between turn 3 and 4. Now to turn 5. BK's going to go very deep there, and I think that's going to show Smeg through, and he does get through. Joshy might try and follow as well here. Behind these two, you've kind of seen the background a tiny bit. Ridwan and Lunacy having a bit of a battle, so neither of them being able to make that many inroads in this pack. That is a good thing about these sprint races and the field. The pace has really converged between the front guys and mid guys and back guys in recent seasons, so it's not necessarily everyone who started at the back is going to get to the front in the sprint races, which makes this even more exciting.
It's always good to see.
It's a great opportunity to see Tex, Dynamite, Banana Cake Pie currently sitting 1, 2 and 3.
And Kerving has gotten to the lead as well. Just
there you go.
Top screen there, so
that's just happened there, I think. I think about 10 seconds ago, Dynamite was in the lead. So Texas has made that move. Where's Banana Cake Pie in this? He's still a little bit behind. So he's only got 3 laps to try and close that gap. Tex in the lead. say it's a fantastic opportunity, these reverse grid races, for these guys to get some really solid points. Dynamite is not done yet though. He's going to go down the inside of turn 1, and if he can get it stopped, he's got it done. He can, but Tex is going to get a bit of run. It's just a matter of whether he can hang it down the inside here, which he's going to think about, and he's going to do. That's a great camera shot there, actually. Tex is going to stick around the outside, plenty of racing room between the pair of them, really, really fair. Still side by side. This is going to help Banana try and close in again. So might as well mention as well, BSPID 1, 3 and 4 at the moment, which is very solid, but Dynamite's going to try and make that as unrealistic as possible. I think trying to stick it in for a win here. He can sniff victory, as can Tex. On those medium tyres, he's doing actually a pretty decent job of sticking with Tex.
Absolutely is. Can he get in the tow? Well, he was in the tow there. I just completely missed that, so that's great. But can he stay close enough to curving Texas to just slipstream in? I'll get it. Spit it out. On the front straight. But
it'll be difficult because the tyre difference, he's not going to be able to brake as late. I don't think the grip on the soft is going to be a lot better. So it's going to be an almighty task for Dynamite to get back ahead of Tex.
Lock up there. Dynamite, so.
Oh, Banana's a bit squirrely as well, so it looks like Banana's going to try and push. He can maybe sniff a P2 here as well. Can Banana, Kate Pie, Stingray, P4, and then that big battle pack of Tim, Smeg, KD, Josh, and then Lucy and Ruben just behind as well. So 2 laps left. This race has flown by really, really quickly from my perspective. I'm not sure about yours. Time's just absolutely gone.
Absolutely,
it's been a lot to watch. Oh, it's Dynamite's in the gravel. Oh, that's going to be massively costly. That's going to cost him P2, I think.
This could open the door up for Banana Cake Pie. Can he get P2 here?
He does. Oh, that's a costly mistake for Dynamite. I mean, the win was probably unlikely anyway on that tyre difference, but he's now lost P2 to Banana Cake Pie. Now, these two are on the same tyres. So P2 is not totally lost yet, but yeah, that takes the win out of the equation for Dynamite. I think 2 laps left. Tex is cruising at the moment. He's got a nice little gap now and no pressure behind, so that's really helped Tex. But Dynamite, I'm sure he's going to be working hard to try and get that P2 back. Stingray is not that far off either. He's still in this fight as well.
He's going to have a crack here, I reckon.
Around the outside, can he get it stopped? He's going to be later on the brakes, but none on the inside.
He's going to be hard pressed. He's just about.
Yep. Banana's just managed to squeeze him off on the exit there, so.
Just might let us stay with this battle for a bit here, because this is hotting up right behind him, just.
Yeah, for P2, how can we leave it, eh? This is an awesome little fight here. He's going to look around the outside again. He's going to need to really hold it to really take control of that corner. He's not going to be able to. Banana Cake Pie on the inside, and that's the place you want to be. Stingray now probably within about a second or so, so you can't count Stingray out of the top 2 either. Tim's not too far back, however, probably not quite close enough to really challenge, but we are coming on to the last straight for the second to last time. Final lap of this round, and P2 still up for grabs in what's been a pretty crazy, chaotic race. Plenty of action. Dynamite's going to go around the outside, and it's not worked again, 3rd time in a row, so Dynamite's going to have to come up with something different, I think, because Banana Cake Pie is defending really, really well at the moment. Hang on to that P2 position in his bright yellow Lexus.
Can Dynamite, he's going to try to set him up here, I reckon.
Yeah, Banana goes a little bit tight into turn 5 there. Might open up the door for Dynamite, but Banana's got that power down well enough.
It's right up him at the moment, just.
This could be a really good chance here for Dynamite. He's going to go around the outside, and it's going to be side by side here. Banana Cake Pie on the inside, and a little bit of side-to-side contact. Stingray's not too far back either. This is going to be really, really tight here. Banana Cake Pie, Dynamite, side by side. 3rd sector coming up on this final lap. There's a bit of contact between Dynamite and Banana Cake Pie.
He's going to send it.
He's going to send it. Banana Cake Pie closed the door early. Oh, there's more side by side. Oh, Banana's in the wall.
In the fence.
Oh, that's massive. And he's round. Oh, heartbreak for Banana.
He's got engine damage as well. Oh, no.
Oh. Dynamite's going to be in P2 still with Stingray right behind, but what a disappointing result for Banana.
They're on track, but I'm getting word through from the stewards that car 29 Dynamite has received a 10-second penalty for that collision. with banana cake pie, but it's all about curving Texas here. He breaks his long drought. He wins race 2 here at Sardegna.
Fantastic drive from P. I think it was 12 on the grid there for Tex into the lead. Dynamite and Stingray side by side. We know Dynamite is probably going to lose that position in the stewards room, but still a solid drive nonetheless. Stingray from I think it was P13 from memory, up into P3 as well. Tim and Smeg P4 and 5 after some slow starts there. Joshy P6. BK, I think Josh has just run out of fuel actually. No, he's got engine damage. Probably just missed back in the wall there. Yep. BK Lucy 8, 7 and 8, Red 1 P9, Blocky P10, Banana Cake Pie P11 after P2 was in sight. KD P12, Roscoe P13, Candy Cane is in the gravel. More grass there, not sure why. And Gemma
quick fun fact on Curving Texas as Gemma and Candy finished this race. He broke a 55 race drought, his first win since Dragon Trail Season 1.
That was the very first race. That was a long time ago. Actually, no, it wasn't quite the very first race. I think it was race 5 or 6, trying to remember, a long way back. But that is an incredibly long drought, right from his championship winning season in the opening season. So that is a drought and a half that he's just broken. Absolutely incredible from Curving Texas. Wow. Well, what a crazy race there.
What a race.
Can confirm Dynamite did receive a time penalty there. So that's unfortunately going to bump him back a few positions, but really solid round at a brand new track. Did not disappoint at all. 2 really good races to watch.
That was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, might just wind it up there. I might see if I can find these standings quickly. I'm pretty sure they have been updated. Yes, they have. So Red 1 currently leads from only, 55 points from Tim. So that's not much at all. So Tim and P2 really solid there. Tex, after some really strong results recently, 2 podiums at Sardegna, is now in P3 in the championship. Lucy in P4, the Smeg P5. Unfortunately, his D and S, his did not starts at the Red Bull Ring, has really cost him a few points. Stingray, Dynamite, Josh, BK and KD are positioned 6 to 10 in the championship. In terms of the team's championship, Team Max Speed leads from FP Autosport. So some really solid results there from Smeg has really helped that, and Tim as well. Candy Motorsport is in P3, Banana Cake Pie Racing Division P4, and Revo Satellite Racing in the BMW P5. So that's how the standings look round 4, 1/3 of the way through the season. So plenty more races to go. Next week, guess what? We're at another brand new track for this series. We are at Monza, Temple of Speed. Absolute crazy racing City there. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We know how good these guys are at wheel to wheel, and we know how slipstream friendly, how overtake friendly Monza is. So I think the combination of those two is going to be really spicy. 2 races there featuring sprint race, 20 and 15 laps each. So that's going to be a really fun one. We're hoping we can live stream it. We'll have to wait and see. If not, we'll do another post comms like this round, but that's another one to be looking forward to. Then after that, the Green Hell, our second enduro round. So plenty of action coming up for these guys. So make sure you tune in for those. If you want to see their previous races, make sure to check out the D&E YouTube channel as well. But we'll wind it up there for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me in the box, Jackie.
No dramas, Potter. Always a pleasure to join you, mate.
Yep. Really awesome to be doing comms weekly with you, bud. And yeah, big thank you to all of our drivers as well for putting on another great show. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you for round 5 action next week.